So I will be showing you more examples on how to solve linear equations. And each of the questions that I will be presenting are taken from the past STAAR exams. So example 1 says, a city employee paints curbs in parking lots and replaces road signs. So it takes 0.5 hours to paint a parking lot curb and 2.5 hours to replace a road sign. So the function below can be used to find C. So C represents the number of parking lot curbs the employee paints when he replaces R road signs in a 40-hour work week. So we know that R is the road sign and C is the number of parking lot curbs. So if the employee painted 20 curbs in 1 week, how many road signs did you replace during that week? So we are given here, so this is the C. So we are given that if C is 20, okay, how many road signs did the employee replace? So we are asked to find what will be the R. So C is given to us and C is 20. So we are going to replace C in the equation with 20. So 40 minus 2.5 R divided by 0.5. What we want to do is to multiply both sides of this equation by 0.5 because we wanted to remove the fraction on the right. Okay, so you are going to multiply both sides by 0.5. So 0.5 goes in 0.5 one time. So that gives us 10 equals to, so this reduces to 40 minus 2.5 R. Okay, so to solve this, we need to move the 2.5 R to the from the right to the left, so that becomes 2.5 R equals to 40, and this 10 we need to move it to the right, so it will become a negative. We divide both sides by 2.5 to isolate the R. Okay, so 2.5 goes in 2.51. So the R in this case will be 30 divided by 2.5. Okay, so that is 12. So in this case, our R is 12. So that means J is the answer to this question. Example 2. A senior employee who works 16 hours earns $39.50 more than a junior employee who works 18 hours. So this story is about two people. One is a senior employee, one is a junior employee. So let's represent the senior employee with the S and the junior employee with a J. Okay. So what we know from that very first statement is that the senior employee salary is $39.50 more than the junior employee. So the senior employee salary will be J plus 39.5. Okay. So the junior employee salary, if you add $39.50 to it, that will tell you what the senior employee earns. But that's not all. So we are told that the senior employee works 16 hours. So the senior employee works 16 hours. Okay. Okay. And the senior employees earn $14 per hour. So this is $14 per hour. Okay, so the total amount of money earned by this senior employee is going to be 16 multiplied by 14. So which is, hour cancels hour. So it's going to be $224. Okay, so we know that S will be 224. So, but what about the junior employee? We know that the junior employee, so this is for the junior employee, works for 18 hours. So we know that junior employee works 18 hours. So the question is, what is the hourly pay in dollars and cents for the junior employee? Because we don't know, so we can represent that with an X, that is the unknown. So we know how many hours the junior employee works, but we don't know how much the junior employee is paid. So we can represent that with S dollar per hour, okay? So again, hour cancels hour. So we know that this J is going to be 18x plus 39.5. So that is how to turn your story to an equation. So basically, what this question is asking us to do is to solve this equation, okay? So we want to solve 18x plus 39.5 equals to 224. So again, this plus 39, let's move it to the other side. So it will become a negative. So it's going to be 18x equals to 224 minus 39.5, okay? Then we can divide both sides by 18, okay, to isolate the x. So x in this case is going to be equal to 10.25. So that means the junior employee earns $10.25 per hour. Okay, so and that is the answer. So that is the answer. So the junior employee earns $10.25 per hour. So question 3, so this is not a word problem, but I just want to show you how the equations that are given in STAAR questions, how they actually look like. So this says that what value of x makes this equation to be true. So this is another way of saying just find x, okay? Solve for x or find x or solve for x. Okay, so we are going to solve for x in this equation. So this looks very complicated, but don't be afraid of all the negative and the minus signs, okay? I know that students normally get scared whenever they have a lot of negative and the and minus signs. So let's break it down once. So just go step by step, okay? So it's going to be negative 5x, okay, minus negative 7 minus 4x equals to negative 2 3x minus 4, okay? So the first thing that we want to do is to distribute. I have told you in previous videos that whenever you have a minus sign before a parenthesis, so all you need to do is to distribute the minus, which is now you can take as -1 into the parenthesis, okay? So and for the on the right too, you have to multiply whatever is inside this parenthesis with the -2. So let's do that. So it's going to be negative 5x. So negative multiplied by negative is going to be a positive 7. Negative multiplied by negative is going to be a positive 4x. So technically, what the negative symbol outside the parenthesis does is to change the signs of everything inside the parenthesis. So this is going to be negative 2 multiplied by 3. It's going to be negative 6x. Negative 2 multiplied by positive negative 4 is going to become positive 8. So now we need to simplify. So everything that have x on the left, we need to put them together. So this is negative 5x plus 4. So that will be negative 1x, okay, plus 7 equals to negative 6x plus 8. So now we need to move this to the left. So it is negative on the right. So when it gets to the left, it will become a positive. So now you have negative 1x plus 6x equals to 8. So this positive 7 too, okay, we need to move it to the right. So it will become negative 7. So in essence, 8 minus 7 is 1. 6 minus 1 or negative 1x plus 6x will be 5x. So we need to divide by 5 on both sides to be able to solve for x. So in this case, our x equals to 1 over 5. Okay? So that means J is the correct answer. So for the number 4, so this also is very easy. So again, you can decide to either distribute, okay, this into the parentheses to simplify it. So 0.3 multiplied by 12, that is going to give you 3.6, okay, 3.6x. 0.3 multiplied by -16 is going to give you -4.8, okay. equals to 0.4 multiplied by 12 is going to give you 4.8, and 0.4 multiplied by negative 3x is going to be negative 1.2x. Then you so we need to now move this negative 1.2x. Okay, we need to move it to the left. It will become a positive, so this will be 3.6. So this will become 3.6x plus 1.2x equals to, so this negative 4.8, we also want to move it to the right. Okay, so it will become a positive 4.8 plus 4.8. So if we add this together, we get 4.8x equals to 9.6. So we can divide both sides by 4.8, okay, to solve for x. So in this case, x equals to positive 2. So H is the answer. So this is one way of solving this question, but there's another way of solving it. So let's look at the question, okay? So we know that 0.3, okay, this is 0.1 multiplied by 3. So I'm just going to use parentheses for multiply. So 0.3 is 0.1 multiplied by 3, and this is inside parentheses. So 12 is 3 multiplied by 4, okay, minus 14 is 4 multiplied by 4, okay. You can see that inside the parentheses, we have 4, okay. We have 4 and 4 being, they have that 4 in common. So you can bring those 4 outside the parentheses. So that means this left will become 0.1 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4. So now I've already removed that 4 outside the parentheses. So inside the parentheses, we have, of course, this has x. So don't forget the x, please. So this 12x is 3 multiplied by 4 multiplied by x. So when I remove the 4, all I have left is 3x. So it's going to be 3x minus, and then I have 1 4 left, okay? So I've simplified the left to look like that. So let's simplify the right too. So again, for the right, 0.4 is 0.1 multiplied by 4. Then inside this parenthesis, again, we have 12. 12 is 3.4. I mean, 3 multiplied by 4, not 3.4, is 3 multiplied by 4. Then minus 3. So 3 is just 1 multiplied by 3 multiplied by x. Okay, so again, if you are paying attention to what is going on inside this parenthesis, you can see that both of these two terms in the parentheses have 3 in common. So we can bring that the 3 out. Okay, so the right hand side will become 0.1 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 that I'm taking out of the parentheses. Then inside the parentheses, we have 4 minus x remaining. We can divide on both sides by 0.1 by 3, 4. And then divide 0.1, 3, 4. So if you do that, so you can see 0.1 goes in 0.11, 3 goes in 3.1, 4 goes in 4.1, 0.1 goes in 3.11, 3 goes in 3.1, 4 goes in 4.1. So at the end of the day, this linear equation that looks very complicated reduces to 3x minus 4 equals to 4 minus x. And you can agree with me that this is much easier than what we were given initially. So now all we need to do is, we have this negative x. Let's move it to this side. So it's going to be 3x plus x equals to 4. And this negative 4, we move it to the right. It will become a positive 4. So we have 4x equals to 8. And then you divide by 4 on both sides. So, and x will be equals to 2. Okay, so I just want to show you this example and this way of solving the same the same question. And actually, if you do not have a calculator, this second method will be the best for you to use. So I wish you good luck. Thank you so much and have a nice day. Bye.